So Cancer's the last ones. Survival. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on. Last one is you for this week. You got a lot of stuff in your love house with Venus. You got all these planets in Capricorn, right? In your relationship house, Mercury here. This is, time's kind of running out for you when it figures out your love life here, believe it or not. Well, you pulled the King of Cups. Holy cow. The ultimate happy spot for love and relationships. Time to really step into the emotional energy that you want and crown it and step into love. Look at that. There's a heart there too. So this looks like a great week, but you got to follow what you really want emotionally and go all the way and crown that in yourself or with that person. And if you're not feeling that with somebody, then don't crown it anymore or take the crown off. You know what I mean? Because you have control of the feelings that you want to have in your life, but are you in a place to where you're denying what you really want? Because King of Cups is like, okay, you can be controlled emotionally, but it's about learning the control to get the emotions that you want, knowing how to get them. Your challenge that you got this week is air, communication. But this is the air element, so it's all three air signs. It's Gemini communication, it's Libra relationships, and it also is like how to change your world. And I would say that that's your issue. Here you are, you want the ultimate love, you want the ultimate feeling, you want all this stuff, but you're gonna have to be willing to communicate clearer, and you're also gonna have to be willing to understand the dynamics of relationships and how the world changes about that. Your challenge that you've got right now is the King of Pentacles reversed. So this is you not feeling in your game, especially with value, or you're not feeling like, you have your game on top of the world, or your partner, you might not feel like they have their game on top of the world. This means that, what I think a lot of it is, it's like, you're too afraid to admit that you want the ultimate love. And you know what? It's time to find partners that have that value, that have that ultimate, that in many ways can offer you the things and give you the things that you can build and grow with in your life, because maybe you're at a place to where you're not feeling that. And maybe you're with a partner who doesn't have that ability, right? Like the King of Pentacles, if you look at this card in this deck, right? Like everybody's outside squandering at the Dead Mart, the 99-cent store, and they are in a very nice store. The zombies are outside, they can't get in, and they're just cruising and chilling and have everything, and then everything's all nice and stuff, and everybody's like, at the Dollar Mart. That's your issue. Like, are you willing to take that? You're like afraid to take a better deal. You'd rather take the shitty deal in your life. That's not going to work out. Look at that. Blinded to the pain. And, to have that over that air element it's in the air tonight, right? I don't want to get all fucking Genesis on you and shit, but like, I feel like, Phil Collins, I just want to say like that this is like, you're in pain, but you're almost like so accustomed to it. But it's time to take those blindfolds off and fix the pain and communicate the pain and integrate into what you emotionally want to feel and take the better deal of wherever that is in life that's going to give you to the place that you want to be. You're a Cancer. You don't want to be out there running with all the fucking zombies. You want to be in that fucking nice store where everything's nice and with that partner where everything's fucking secure and good and not boring either and full of love, because some of you might have this but not have this. But I got a feeling that this is all turned around now, that you're realizing that your partner don't have this and you don't have this, but you're ready for that. And that, if those two don't come together, that's the pain you're going through. Why'd you pull that King of Cups upright? Ten of Swords reversed. You're not ready to let go, which I think that's one of the patterns, is like you keep running in this scenario like you want the ultimate love, you want the ultimate happiness, you want the ultimate feeling, but you're avoiding going into that feeling fully. So you stay in the patterns where you're denying yourself of that. Like, why are you denying yourself of going into the ultimate feeling that you want to have? Like, why do you keep finding an excuse, finding same thing, finding a pattern that you stay in constantly? And when that pattern comes up to be changed, you keep doing it. So that's not going to be good if you keep doing that this week. That's going to leave you feeling very empty and miss out on a lot of amazing opportunities. And the reason why that you pulled that King of Pentacles reversed is, look at this. You got the Sun card. It's time for you to go for where the sunshine is in life, where the ultimate happiness and the success and the true energy. And that's the real security of life, right? I love how she put this on here, but it's like the real security and success is when you're in your true sun of your true power and the true happiness. Happiness is everything. And you know what? Being in a position when you're with energy, when you don't feel great or you don't have the abundance or you're with a partner that doesn't have abundance, the sun shines to the energy when you light yourself up to the ultimate happiness and you stop playing these tricks on yourself and you stop saying these shitty situations and you stop, staying blind to the pain of what you're going through and keep holding on to the crap and not being willing to, honest to God, be in the connecting force of the intellectual aspects, the air element, the stimulation element of things, and changing things up. Air changes things up in the air. It changes things up in our minds. You did pull as your overall card here. Wow, the 3 of fire, 3 of wands. It's time to open up. Look at the dragons. It's time to open up to the ultimate awesome new opportunities. Take the opportunity. Do not waste your opportunities this week. I was saying opportunities just right before that about that King of Cups, but you have the ultimate opportunity right now, unless you're going to block it with doing the same patterns of blocking the opportunities and afraid to do it and fears and anxieties about all that stuff and doing the same shit over and over again. Look at this. You got soulmate card. It's like, I think that you have the ultimate opportunity for the ultimate soulmate situations, but ones that connect with the true soul of who you are in the sun, right? Like that true essence of your soul, not the soulmate energy that lacks the ability of the value to even fully see you, or maybe they see you, but they can't offer you the value to be the person that you want to be in that true light. And that's the pain, is that you have ultimate opportunities. You see the dreams and the visions. Neptune comes direct this week that deals with your 9th house of stories. This is the ultimate storybook of a soulmate situation, but it also could be the ultimate pain of one if you're continuing to sit in the one that is a soulmate that's not the one of the ultimate opportunities, and the dragon and the fire and the King of Cups. I mean, this is fucking like, you got the reading, and you got South Node in Libra in the 8th. You need to focus on exactly what you want instead of staying committed to relationship situations or committed to this dark place that you find peace in somehow. You're addicted to being sadistic in a way of not receiving the relationship energy, and you need to take the bold energy to have the best situation in your life.
Yeah, we can focus on kind of like the normality of life, so to speak, or kind of focusing like, we need to have harmony in our whole entire life. And yet that can throw it all completely out of whack because it doesn't need to have this complete balance of it. Sometimes we need to have a little bit more passion and drive into some aspects of our life, while the other ones kind of are on the back burner and fixing it and letting those kind of heal up the way they need to be. So instead of kind of like focusing on having it in a box and having it look this way, look that way, just focus on the happiness, focus on the passion, and let everything else kind of fall back into place. And I think that's all of us as well. We can kind of get lost within inside of ourselves of trying to hold it all down when we don't need to. So people are going to be able to pick us up and pick up the slack in other aspects of our life, as long as we're kind of focusing on what's going to continue that driving force of us to push forward. Don't get caught up on some of the random bullshit that doesn't necessarily need to get done to fix you in your life. It's always going to fall into place, and allow other individuals to help you out. If you have the capability of having people in your life that are able to kind of hold it down for you and be honest and implement that truth into you, and sometimes you're not able to see it, but as long as you can trust those people to kind of inject that happiness into you, let them do it. Let them be that driving force also, so that it all can kind of cream and it all carry forward. And but you have to allow that actually to happen. You have to be vulnerable enough, and you have to have that confidence first and foremost to know that you're going to push through regardless of what the situations are.
Yeah, because this lunar eclipse in Gemini coming is your 12th house lunar eclipse, which I'm sorry to say is this will either be the greatest spiritual fucking dream of your life coming true, or you chose to play this belief that you have to do the mundane, boring, and typical world day-to-day story with the South Node there in Sag, and miss the stimulation of the ultimate dream because you're not willing to be a little bit more Gemini, wild and crazy, and let go of that mundane, boring, day-to-day kind of like fucking reality that you feel secure in, but it's sadistic based off what I'm seeing here. And I think you're right, allowing the energy of the sun to come in, like the opportunities, the dragon energy, that 3 of Wands, like there's a whole new doorway opening up here. It's whether or not you're going to capitalize on it or not. So,
Are you going to walk through that doorway?
or I saw somebody was saying in the chat, like, I'm still looking. It's like, are you sure that you haven't seen it and it's in your face and you're just not willing to deal with it? You know, like that's usually where cancers are at. It's been throwing in your face opportunities for 3 years.